If you've ever had that sinking feeling like you're falling behind and everyone else has it figured out and you're just stuck or lost, well, you're not alone. Let's slow it down for a minute, pour some mate, and have the kind of conversations that we all need but rarely hear about what real growth actually looks like. Welcome to my very first mate chat. This series is all about slowing down, checking in with yourself, and remembering that growth isn't something we have to figure out alone because we're in this together. If you're new here, welcome, or welcome back to the Be So Good channel, where we're all about elevating ourselves from the inside out. Pause this video, grab something cozy to sip on, and let's dive in. Let's start this chat talking about the pressure to be more. That said, before we fully dive in, I just need to address the elephant in the room, which is, what the heck is mate? I know that most likely if you clicked on this video, you have no idea what I'm holding, but mate is essentially a South American drink that you can find that Argentinians drink, Paraguayans drink, Brazilians, Uruguayans. All of us love this. It's essentially coming from the yerba mate tree, and it is a dried up leaf. So the most similar thing to it would be just categorizing it like as a tea. It is caffeinated, it has tons of antioxidants. But the reason that I wanted to do mate chats with you is that it is something in our culture that really encompasses being present, sharing moments with friends, with families, talking and just having conversations, which is exactly what I want this series to be. So thank you for tuning into my first episode, and let's start talking about the pressure to be more. So obviously we live in societies that glamorize productivity, comparison on social media, and internal timelines, whether that's career timelines, when you thought you were gonna have your first house, kids, marriage, whatever it may be. We all feel this pressure to be more, and that is a tricky trap that you can be in. I know that for myself, I have felt like I needed to be more so many times in my life, growing up, and even now as an adult. I grew up as an athlete, so of course, if you've played any sports, you know that if you don't win, then you're not good enough, right? Like, sports are pretty black and white when it comes to performance. So of course it's normal to always feel like you need to be more, you need to be better. It also happened to me now in my adult life. So if you're watching this and you feel like you're falling behind, I feel you. I graduated college at the age of 20. I went to a high school that was by invitation only. I had to pass a few tests, and mind you, I'm not saying any of this to boast about myself. I am saying this because it just goes to show how you can still feel like you're behind. It was very small, probably like 100 of us, and it was only junior and senior year, so it didn't have the first 2 years of high school. We were down in a basement of an actual arts school. They didn't even actually know that we had a school down there. And we had all AP classes. Half the day we would have our AP classes. The other half of the day we would go sit in and have college classes for like our college credits. And then I went to college on a full ride scholarship, and I was out of college in 2 years because I already had 2 years completed. And you may think like, wow, you had it all figured out. And that is not the case at all. And sometimes even having done that when I was young made me think like, wow, I should be so much further in life because I had a jump start. Why didn't I stay and do a graduate degree? There's so many things that you can look back on and wonder if you should have done differently, or if taking a different direction would have led you to a different path. But I am a strong believer that everything eventually lines up so that you are exactly where you have to be in this moment in time. And all those ups and downs are leading you to where you need to be exactly right now. And I think that everyone is on their own journey. And as you know, things, the grass isn't always greener, but I do think that, sorry, I actually have to drink mate while we have this chat. Otherwise that would be really awkward. And also that way I stay hydrated while I ramble. That's a lie, because mate actually dehydrates you, but that's besides the point. There's a really beautiful saying that I want to leave you with for this topic. And shout out to my mom for sending me this article, but it's actually from the Japanese wabi-sabi philosophy, and that is that through acceptance you find freedom, and out of acceptance you find growth. And I don't think they could have said it any more beautifully. you really do find freedom within yourself when you accept everything. You accept the highs, you accept the lows, and when you accept that journey, that process, whatever that looks like, and it's gonna change throughout the years, you're gonna change throughout the years. And the moment that you really, really, truly accept that is when you can really grow the most and when you feel the most free. And I think that getting to that is obviously a life journey, because life throws things at you all the time. I'm sure that you can relate to this. I know that life has slapped me in the face numerous times, and most of the time when it's slapping you over and over and over again, it's because you need to make a change that you've been avoiding, or maybe you're avoiding the change because, sorry, that someone from the apartment above is throwing something down the chute. We'll take a little sip break. You have to do what feels right for you, and of course be honest with yourself. This isn't me telling you to just be totally lazy and just not change anything in your life if you're not happy. Like, that is obviously not the point of me saying this, but don't get stuck in a trap if it's on a path that maybe doesn't align with you anymore. And of course you need to take the time to reflect on that. Journaling has been something that helps me a lot, or like going on walks. I did create a free little reflection guide down below that you can just print if you want to take something more actionable from this video. I think that that's really important too, because you can sit and listen to someone or read books and do all of that and be like, wow, yeah, that concept sounds really great, or I totally resonate with that. But then if you don't go and actually take the action to sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, process what's happening, then how are you supposed to get in tune with yourself? So if you need a little break or a little reset, it'll just have a few gentle prompts to help you reconnect with where you are and where you're going. So it'll be down there below when you're ready. So now let's talk about what growth actually looks like. And that is that it looks messy. There's gonna be seasons. There's gonna be phases of growth, phases where you are down here, phases where you are up there. And that's exactly how it's meant to be. I think it's so overlooked that slowing down is necessary to move forward. So thank you for taking the time to slow down today and sip a little mate with me, or whatever cozy drink that you're drinking. I'm curious if you want to let me know in the comments down below what your drink of choice was, whether that was coffee, matcha, water, maybe wine, whatever your choice was, I would love to know. But yeah, growth isn't pretty. If anything, most of the time, it's pretty hideous at first. Those slaps that life gives you, those lows, are really what's necessary for you to pivot sometimes. I know that for me, I've had many lows. I have had eating disorders when I was a teenager, which I can talk about in a separate chat if you want me to open up about that. I have never really shared that besides with like my fiance, obviously my parents, who unfortunately had to deal with me through that, and like a few people, but I'm totally open to if that's something that you feel like would be helpful. I've gone through lows in relationships where I dated someone really toxic, and now I'm with my best friend, the best partner, and having not gone through those lows, I think wouldn't have allowed me to now have all this armor that I've built up, that now I'm strong, all these things that I've learned about myself only happened because I experienced these lows. And that's really a fundamental part of growth, is that it's gonna come from a lot of trial and tribulations, some that are stronger, maybe really harder to push through. I would love to know something that you've been able to push through in the comments below so that we can connect a little bit more. Obviously, I'm here sharing my mate chat with you because I wanna get to know you and I want you to get to know me too. And I think that the best way to do that is to share the good stuff and the bad stuff and really everything in between, because as humans, we have so many different parts of us, and it's so cool to get to know different parts of someone and what led to someone growing in the way that they have. Let me know what season you're in now. Are you in stillness? Are you in a growing phase? Are you in a seeking clarity phase? I literally read every single comment. I am a very small, very new YouTuber, so every single interaction with you truly, truly means the world to me. So I want to wrap up by saying why this series exists and kind of what's coming. Like I said, mate is a very social experience for my Argentinian, my Misiones roots, and I really wanted to create a place that is safe, where we can talk about all these different things, hopefully build a community that we can grow with each other, cover different topics. Like I said, please let me know what you want to hear more of. Hopefully maybe in the future I can even have mate chats with some guests, some friends that are doing really cool things or have really cool businesses, or just life chats, different experiences, get to share that personal connection with you across the screen. My goal is to really do these mate chats weekly, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm genuinely so excited. If you know me or you know me in real life or now virtually, hello, it's nice to meet you. But I love mate and I could literally sit and drink mate and chat for forever. So I'm so glad that I get to do this with you now. So of course, subscribe if you want to be a part of these chats. We're going to be tuning in here every single week, and also share this with a friend or share this with someone that you would love to share mate with. And if you got any value from this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I am truly so grateful to have you here, and I hope to catch you in my next mate chat episode or in one of my videos that YouTube will recommend here next.